of nourishment and community. Our sports activities are always filled with fun and creativity that promote teamwork and confidence in every child. With access to the latest educational software, learners are prepared for the digital age with confidence and creativity, empowering students with skills in and out of the classroom. Swimming is a life skill that is cardinal for survival. Our ballet programs teaches more than just dance. It installs grace, discipline, and expression. The heart of knowledge builds in our school library with a wide collection of fiction, non-fiction, reference material, and digital resources. Our school offers exciting and safe playground facilities for both ECE and primary students. Safety is our top priority, and our drivers are carefully selected for their professionalism and commitment to the well-being of our students. At Christ Life School, we believe education is not just about passing exams, it's about preparation. So, if you are looking for a school that feels like home, where your child will be known, loved, and challenged to reach their highest potential, then Christ Life School is the place.
Good evening and welcome to Cbc Tv Main News. The headlines. President Hichilema urges manufacturers to drive Zambia's growth. Zambian government launches sustainable agriculture financing facility. Mufuliwa's chief fire brigade officer urges early reporting and fire incidences. ECZ conducts provisional briefings of provincial and district electoral officers. COSAFA Women's Champions League, Zescondola Girls Trash Beauties FC 3-0. To read the news in detail, my names are Chansa Maimbo. President Hakainde Hichilema has called on the Zambian Association of Manufacturers to partner with the government in driving economic growth. During a meeting at State House in Lusaka, the president highlighted Zambia's progress in debt restructuring and mining sector recovery, emphasizing that the country is now focused on growth. President Hichilema announced that Zambia is on track to produce 1 million tons of copper this year, the highest in history. He encouraged manufacturers to expand production, deliver goods on time, and avoid costly court battles, stressing that collaboration will lower the cost of doing business and create more jobs. ZAM President Ashutosh Shaga thanked the government for its openness and pledged the industry's commitment to supporting Zambia's economic transformation. This partnership aims to derive growth, create jobs, and boost the country's economy. By working together, the government and manufacturers can unlock Zambia's full potential and achieve sustainable economic development. More in this story.
Mr. Chairman, our job, together with you, is to continue pushing inflation to come down. We believe if nothing goes wrong and the exogenous variable, we'll be in a position to achieve single-digit inflation by December this year, worst case, January next year. That creates an environment, improved environment for you and your members, for you, our members. Let me change the language. You're our members. To reduce your cost of doing business, to plan better. Mr. Chairman, we do our part, you do your part. Then we can create the jobs, most needed jobs, for the young people especially. We can create more business opportunities. We can increase treasury revenue I'm not a fan of high taxes myself. This is something I'm fighting within government. I'm a fan of growth, because when we achieve a higher growth at reasonable taxes, the Treasury will receive more money. I think that goes without saying. But we also are going to do something that we believe you have a part to play. We want you to produce more. We want you to expand. Consolidate what you're doing, colleagues. Expand. Then you're contributing to the growth and more growth story. We would like you to deliver your goods on time, because some of your goods are raw materials to somebody. So deliver on time. I'm saying to my colleagues in government, 3 principles now in the procurement process. 1 is the right price. And I'm saying the same to you. Right price. Because we're scaling down inflation, Mr. Chairman. The kwacha is stabilizing. People forget that the government that came before us found the exchange rate at 5 kwacha to $1. 5 kwacha to $1. And ended up at 24 kwacha per dollar. That's where we found it. Then we're now down to 23 after 4 years. The story is clear what's happening there.
The Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, is currently conducting provincial briefings for provincial and district electoral officers on preparations for the 2025 mobile mass voter registration exercise. These briefings aim to orient officers on their roles as provincial and district staff in the 2025 mass voter registration exercise, to share specific and revised timelines within the 2026 general election roadmap concerning the mobile mass voter registration, and to develop the 2025 deployment plans for the mobile mass voter registration. Speaking to the officers in Western Province, ECZ Chairperson Mrs. Mwangala Zalomis stated that the Constitution of Zambia Amendment Act number 2 of 2016 in Article 46 provides for all eligible citizens to register as voters. Furthermore, the Electoral Process Act number 35 of 2016 Part 2 outlines provisions for the registration of voters. Section 7 of the Electoral Process Act mandates that the Commission shall conduct continuous voter registration. She added that the Commission had begun continuous voter registration on 1st June 2022, starting with the 10 provincial headquarters and progressively expanding to other districts across the country. She noted that so far, the Commission had established 30 registration centers nationwide. She further explained that the mobile mass voter registration exercise would serve a build-up to the voter register that has been developed from 2020 to date. In Northern Province, Commissioner Major General Vincent Mokanda stated the Commission is scheduled to conduct mobile mass voter registration from 13th October 2025 to 11th November 2025. Prior to the mobile mass voter registration, the Commission will undertake online pre-voter registration from 15th September to 3rd November 2025. The online pre-application voter registration portal will allow eligible voters to commence the registration process online and later present themselves before the registration officer to have their biometrics and a portrait captured in order to be issued with a voter's card. Meanwhile, in Wapula Province, Commissioner Ambassador Ndiyoi Mutiti informed the officers that the mobile mass voter registration exercise was not just a milestone in the electoral process, but was fundamental to the country's democracy, and that the gathering marked a crucial step in preparations for the upcoming exercise. She emphasized that all officers were key to the success of the process. The commissioner added that registration at district centers would run from 13th October to 11th November 2025. She also stated that the inception of the register of voters would take place from 17th to 23rd February 2026. Commissioner MacDonald Chipezeni, speaking to the officers in Central Province, stated that the work that lies ahead is immense, time-sensitive, and closely scrutinized by stakeholders at all levels. He emphasized it depends not only operational excellence. He emphasized that it demands not only operational excellence, but also unwavering commitment to integrity, transparency, and collaboration. Minister of Energy Makozo Chikote has launched the media campaign for the upcoming Commercial and Industrial Energy and Storage Conference. The two-day summit scheduled for August 27th and 28th in Lusaka will bring together key stakeholders to discuss sustainable energy solutions for the commercial and industrial sectors. The conference will focus on renewable energy, efficiency, and financing supporting Zambia's economic transformation and energy transition. Organizers, including Bacteria Investment Holdings and VUCA Group, describe the event as a platform for partnership, knowledge exchange, and investment. Sponsors like Stanbic Bank have reaffirmed their commitment to backing sustainable energy projects. The Ministry of Energy is urging the media to amplify the conference's key messages with the aim of creating a reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy future for Zambia. By working together, the government, industry players, and media can help drive Zambia's energy transition and economic growth. More in this report.
Just to give an update on the diesel supply situation in the country, my ministry, working closely with the Energy Regulation Board, ERB, has taken note of recent reports of fuel shortages at some of filling stations. I wish to make it clear that the country has adequate stocks of diesel to meet the current demand. As of yesterday, 21st August 2025, the national stock of diesel was 64.8 million liters, equivalent to 14 days of national consumption. A survey of 650 filling stations nationwide revealed as follows. 456 stations were dispensing both diesel and petrol. 33 stations were dispensing only diesel. 125 stations were dispensing only petrol. 36 stations had temporarily run out of stock. These figures confirm that fuel supply across the country is sufficient. Preliminary investigation shows that the reported shortages are localized and linked to supply chain bottlenecks. The ministry, together with ERB and other stakeholders, is addressing these bottlenecks to stabilize and normalize the market. Going forward, we are implementing both short-term and long-term measures to ensure stable and predictable access to fuel across Zambia. 1. Spot checks. The ERB has intensified on spot checks, working closely with Tazama to ensure that the fuel uplifts are going to intended places, with emphasis on retail consumers. And 2, timely facilitation of imports, ensuring timely facilitation of imports to build on stocks through the Tazama open access. The government remains committed to keep the public fully informed about the fuel situation in the country.
The Civil Service Commission has initiated a monitoring exercise to assess how the Ministry of Information and Media is managing its delegated human resource functions. Chairperson Dr. Chulwe Beyani led a meeting with Permanent Secretary Tabo Kawana in Lusaka to discuss the ministry's progress. According to Mr. Kawana, the ministry has successfully processed 77 human resource cases since 2023, including staff confirmations, promotions, and retirements. Dr. Beyani expressed satisfaction with the ministry's performance and assured that the Commission will continue to provide support. He also hinted at the possibility of delegating more functions to the ministry if it maintains its strong performance. More in this story.
The Chairperson, Civil Service Commission, the Commissioners, the Commission Secretary, members of the Human Resource Management Committee of the Ministry of Information and Media, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome you all to the Human Resource Management Committee engagement between the Civil Service Commission and the Ministry of Information and Media here at the Ministry headquarters. Ladies and gentlemen, following the establishment and authorization of the Human Resource Management Committees in 2023, I wish to report that the Ministry of Information and Media, HRMC, has successfully processed a total of 77 cases, which are broken down as follows. A, 36 staff confirmations. B, 37 staff substantive promotions. And C, 4 staff normal retirements. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to indicate that following the delegation of some human resource functions, such as the ones I earlier alluded to in line with Service Commissions Act number 10 of 2016, the Ministry has witnessed timely confirmations, promotions, and separation of officers. This has addressed accumulation of outstanding human resource cases and enhanced staff morale and resultant service delivery. In addition, the delegation of these functions has also resolved the issue of frequent reactivation of acting allowances on the payroll, as Human Resource Management Committee meetings are held quarterly. Further, the delegation of this function has enhanced capacity at institutional level with regards to human resource progress and procedure. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairperson, in conclusion, let me thank the Commission for the technical assistance provided through the continuous engagement such as this one. We hope that this collaboration will continue. So with these few remarks, Chair, I wish to thank you and welcome you to the Ministry of Information and Media. We will deal with your Commission Secretary for having stolen some of our stuff at a later stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is need for a collective resolve that the era where public officers abrogated terms and conditions of service, we got away with it. Was the thing of the past. As stewards of human resource management within this ministry, you bear a critical responsibility to prevent such lapses from recurring. HRMCs who fall short of the expected standards will be held accountable in strict accordance with established guidelines. I therefore strongly urge you to take full advantage of this opportunity to engage with the Commission to further your understanding and enforcement of human resource management practices. This will not only ensure effectiveness of your work, but also contribute to the broader objective of fostering a civil service that is highly responsive, accountable, and professional.
The government has launched the Sustainable Agriculture Financing Facility, SAF, to boost agricultural production and food security. SAF provides accessible loans to farmers, enabling them to adopt sustainable practices and improve their livelihoods. According to the Minister Mtolo, the loans come with a competitive interest rate of 12%, empowering farmers to invest in their farms, increasing productivity, and contribute to nations' food security. SAF offers more than just financial support. It includes a range of benefits such as crop insurance, financial literacy training, agricultural mechanization, and value chain investments. This comprehensive approach aims to make farming more sustainable and profitable for small and medium-scale farmers. By providing these benefits, SAF is poised to make a significant impact on the lives of Zambian farmers. Government is committed to supporting its farmers and promoting sustainable agriculture practices. SAF is a significant step towards achieving this goal and ensuring a food-secure future for farmers. By empowering farmers to adopt sustainable practices and improve their livelihoods, SAF is set to contribute to the nation's food security and promote economic growth. As Minister Mtolo noted, SAF is a game changer for Zambian agriculture. More in this report.
We started with crop production for the 2023-2024 season, and we also dwelt with it under the 2024-2025 season with crop production. Now we are embarking on irrigation and mechanization. That is what is currently running, and farmers are able now to access. Currently, as we are saying, that 80 farmers have already benefited from the irrigation.
Oyembekezera paliponse kuti mwina ulimi wanga ningathandizike koma chifukwa chakuti pomwezi inachoka nakhala munthu okondwera kuti boma yaniganizira chifukwa anashangira tu pakulu cholinga chakuti ngati zachitika basi nikangogula fertilizer. So nithokoza kuti zinachitika kuti kwenzeribe boma through Minister of Agriculture kuti tichiteko participate to program ya SAFU. Asembe mwina malimidwe analiyonivuta chifukwa nakwanisa kugula mbewu koma fertilizer nalibe. Ulimi mwamene waendera naona kuti nizakwanisa matumba opitirira 100 mwina wa 150 kupita usogola. Programu ya SAFU yanthandiza chifukwa nizakhala na chimanga chokwanira chakuti nizakwanisa kudya na banja komanso mwina nkabweza nkhongole nizankhalako nake na kandalama koni nkhalirako. So iyi programu monga ise kumayuthi niyotithandiza kwambiri chifukwa kuti makapito ya mankhala yotivuta monga ise achinyamata. So mwina kuti makolo now nizowavuta kuti.
The government has reaffirmed its dedication to developing a climate-resilient agricultural sector that ensures food security, creates jobs, and fosters prosperity for its citizens. This commitment was underscored during the first annual scientific conference and annual general meeting of the Agricultural Institute of Zambia. The government is implementing practical solutions such as conservation farming, crop diversification, irrigation expansion, and promoting drought-tolerant seed variants varieties to boost agricultural productivity and resilience. Zambia aims to produce 10 million metric tons of maize, 1 million metric tons of wheat, and 1 million metric tons of soybeans by 2031. The Presidential Irrigation Program is expected to produce 340,000 metric tons of maize in 2025, over 1.6 million metric tons by 2026, enhancing food security and rural livelihoods. Additionally, the government has launched the Zambian Journal of Agricultural Science, a platform to showcase research, promote innovation, and share homegrown solutions tailored to Zambia's agricultural needs. Acting Permanent Secretary for Administration, Mr. Lemi Kafwafwa, emphasized that building a resilient agricultural sector requires a collaborative effort from stakeholders, including agronomists, soil scientists, livestock specialists, extension officers, researchers, and farmers. The government has assured stakeholders of its continued support towards building a professional, climate resilient, and prosperous agricultural sector, crucial in addressing the challenges of climate change and low productivity. The Fire Brigade and Mufulira sounds the alarm on the importance of early reporting of fire incidences to save lives and property following a recent surge in fire cases. The Chief Fire Brigade Officer Kosam Chupa emphasizes the need for fire safety awareness, particularly when using braziers, which can quickly get out of control. Between June and August 2025, at least 4 fire cases have resulted in significant losses, highlighting the devastating impact of fires on communities. Mr. Chupa says despite the challenges, the Mufulira Fire Brigade has been able to respond quickly to these incidences, minimizing damage and loss of life. He attributes the success to the brigade's prompt response times, which have made a positive impact in mitigating the effects of these fires. However, he stresses that the early reporting is crucial to preventing fires from spreading and causing more damage. He has urged parents to take precautions to prevent accidents, especially when using braziers. He emphasized the importance of fire safety awareness, highlighting the need for individuals to be mindful of potential fire hazards in their homes and workplaces. By taking simple precautions and reporting fires early, individuals can help prevent devastating losses and ensure a safer community for everyone. More in this report.
Most of the fires that we have noted recently are caused by maybe braziers, which are left unattended, or someone is trying to warm him or herself. In incoming air, it will blow that brazier and escalate the flying embers to a combustible material. So now how do we control it? Immediately after we use the brazier, let's make sure that we put it off. We take it outside the building so that the building remains clear without any fire. We are encouraging you as parents to take keen interest in minding your children, especially those children under the age of, maybe we talk of 8 coming down. Because mostly this is what we have discovered.
Some metal fabricators in Mufulira's Malela market are calling for empowerment through the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, to give their businesses a much-needed boost. The artisans craft a variety of products, including braziers, trunker boxes, and pots, but their growth is hindered by limited capital. Despite their creativity and hard work, they are struggling to take their businesses to the next level. In an interview with CBC News, Moses Mfune and Oswald Chanda expressed their desire for an empowerment program that would provide the necessary support to develop their businesses and increase their capital base. They believe that access to CDF funding would be a game changer, enabling them to invest in new equipment, expand their product lines, and reach new customers. More in this report.
In the vibrant heart of Mufurila's Central Business District, a group of skilled craftsmen gathered Malela Market, driven by sheer determination to sustain their livelihoods through creativities, endeavors. These talented artisans specialize in crafting of variety products, including braziers, tanker boxes, and pots, showcasing their genuinity and resourcefulness. Despite their passions and skills, however, they face significant challenge, limited capital. As a result, they're struggling to take their businesses to the next level. Here are their experiences and aspirations. Their stories highlight the resilience and creativity of Mufurila's artisans who continue to innovate and thrive despite challenges. By sharing their experiences, we hope to raise awareness about the importance of supporting local businesses and artisans, to inspire others to explore rich talent that exists in communities. Join us in celebrating the spirit of entrepreneurship and craftsmanship that defines Malela Market. Reporting for CBC News, I'm Walusungu Nalwenga.
On a lighter note, here is something interesting. If you have any of these, kindly send to our Facebook page, Cbc Tv Zambia. We take our second set of commercials, but join me on the other side with sports and international news.
Get ready for a life-changing experience.
There's a peace that you can have even though you are broke. There's a peace you can have even though you are not in a relationship. There's a peace you can have even if you don't have a house or a job.
3 days Word Conference, Loving the Lord, featuring powerful speakers from Zambia and America. You won't want to miss out on this opportunity to deepen your faith.
Come and be part of this great convocation. 3 days Word Conference. The Word will be able to build you. See you in this great meeting.
Mark your calendars for August the 29th to the 31st and join us at Christ Life Church, plot number 4, Zambezi Road, Meanwood, Ibex. Don't miss out on this chance to encounter the Lord and be transformed. Word Conference, Loving the Lord, Encounter, Transform, Be Transformed. Hey, hey, hey. CBC Television presents
Battle of the Choirs.
Are you a singing group, choir praise team, musician or other? This is your battle to showcase your talent.
Register yourself now by sending us a short video clip of yourself or group via WhatsApp number 0968 261196. You may also come in person to our offices located on plot number 4 Zambezi Drive, Meanwood, Ibex Hill, Lusaka.
This is your time to shine. Don't delay to battle it out in
Battle of the Choirs.
Battle of the Choirs. See you there.
Zescondola girls got off to a flying start in the CAF Women's Champions League COSAFA qualifiers, trashing Namibia's Beauties FC 3-0 at the UG Eskombe Stadium in Johannesburg. Marjorie Milenga opens the scoring in the first half before Penlop Omoluwa doubled the lead from a penalty early in the second half. Substitute Ruth Mukoma sealed the win with a third goal late in the game. Zescondola girls dominated possession throughout the match, creating numerous chances and showcasing their teamwork and intensity. Beauties FC, making their tournament debut, struggled to match the pace of the Zambian opponents. The victory gives Zesco an early boost in a Group A. The victory gives Zesco an early boost in Group A, which also features Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa and Topwa FC of Malawi. Beauties FC will need to regroup quickly if they are to keep their qualification hopes alive. More in this report. In international news, we monitored the BBC.
We begin this hour with news that has recently broken that famine has been confirmed in Gaza City for the first time, according to the United Nations-backed body responsible for monitoring food security. The IPC says more than 500,000 people in Gaza are facing starvation, destitution and death. It says that malnutrition threatens the lives of 132,000 children under 5 in Gaza until June next year. The body adds that the famine in Gaza is entirely man-made and that it can be halted and reversed. The IPC confirmed famine in the Gaza Governorate on the territory which includes Gaza City. It says that catastrophic conditions are projected to expand to Deir al-Balah and Khan Yunis by the end of September. But it has been unable to fully assess the situation in 2 other areas of the Strip. Israel has rejected the findings of the report, saying it's false and biased. The United Nations Emergency Relief Coordinator Tom Fletcher has reacted to the report. Speaking in Geneva, he said the famine must spur the world to more urgent action. Here's what he said.
Good morning, everyone. Please read the IPC report, cover to cover. Read it in sorrow and in anger, not as words and numbers, but as names and lives. Be in no doubt that this is irrefutable testimony. It is a famine, the Gaza famine. It is a famine that we could have prevented if we had been allowed. Yet food stacks up at borders because of systematic obstruction by Israel. It is a famine within a few hundred meters of food in a fertile land. It is a famine that hits the most vulnerable first, each with a name, each with a story, that strips people of dignity before it strips them of life, that forces a parent to choose which child to feed, that forces people to risk their lives to seek food. It is a famine that we repeatedly warned of, but that the international media has not been allowed in to cover, to bear witness. It is a famine in 2025, a 21st century famine, watched over by drones and the most advanced military technology in history. It is a famine openly promoted by some Israeli leaders as a weapon of war. It is a famine on all of our watch. Everyone owns this. The Gaza famine is the world's famine. It is a famine that asks, but what did you do? A famine that will and must haunt us all. It is a predictable and a preventable famine. A famine caused by cruelty, justified by revenge, enabled by indifference, and sustained by complicity.
That note brings us to the end of our main news. But before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. President Hichilema urges manufacturers to derive Zambia's growth. Zambian government launches sustainable agriculture financing facility. Mufulira's chief fire brigade officer urges early reporting of fire incidences. ECZ conducts provisional briefings of provisional and district electoral officers. Kosafa Women's Champions League, Zescondola Girls Trash Beauties FC 3-0. Thank you for staying tuned, stay blessed, and good night.